Yo, this news means the world to me, man. It really does. Like, when I saw this last night, I was so shocked, dude. I was like, I had truly the shocked NL face. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, like, yo, I was so shocked because I thought after Thriller Bark ended and they took One Piece off Toonami, I was like, that was its last shot. They're not going to give it another shot. And lo and behold, when I log on yesterday, I have my boy Jason DeMarco, the creator of Toonami, talking about this in the new schedule. Our beloved One Piece, the best-selling manga in history's anime adaptation, is going to be airing at 1:30 and 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday nights, man. And now, we already know that on Saturday nights we get the normal episodes that come out at either 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, depending on the time of the year. Right now it's 9 o'clock. But to have the new episodes for Wano coming out now at the same time as being able to re-experience older favorites is so awesome, man. I'm not going to be awake every single Saturday to be able to watch these, but I'm going to try to be awake as much as possible because the Toonami Block, that's how I was introduced to so many of my favorites, and One Piece is included in that. In its first go around, when it went from 4Kids and then halfway through Alabasta, switched over to the Funimation dub, and then from Alabasta and the filler, and then going into Skypiea, and then stopping at episode 167. Like, went through all that, man. And then whenever it returned in 2013, which is whenever I created the YouTube channel and my Twitter account, dude, all to talk about what was happening at the time in the best-selling manga in history, which was, in the manga, it was Dressrosa, and in the anime, it was Toonami and Punk Hazard and all that stuff. So, but I'll never forget when season 4 dropped, and I was trying to get as many people into the series as possible at the time because season 4 being dubbed was huge. You know, we had gone a couple of years in a drought without having any new dubbed episodes. And once season 4, I was like, yo, if they're doing Water 780's Lobby, I gotta get as many people into it as possible. Like, that arc is so goated that people have to experience this greatness. Now, I've been asked on Twitter multiple times whether or not they're going to be starting exactly where they left off, which is going into Sabaody Archipelago. And I wish, man. I wish, because it would have been a great opportunity for us to finally see the Paramount War saga on television. But unfortunately, they're going to be starting from episode 517. Now, I both love and don't like this decision. I love the decision because y'all know how much I love Return to Sabaody, and it makes sense from a business standpoint to start from the time skip. If you're going to give it a third shot to see if this thing works this time around, then they want a fresh start. They, of course, want to start much closer to being caught up than further behind. So I understand the decision of a fresh start, starting over again. A lot of individuals who have not watched since then are going to watch this. Return to Sabaody is the best reintroduction into the series of being, reacclimated to the story. A lot of stuff has changed. So it is a really good starting point once again. Since they're airing 2 episodes a week, it's also going to help with the crazy, crazy slow pacing throughout Fishman Island, Punk Hazard, and Dressrosa in the anime. So 2 episodes a week is definitely going to help that, depending on how far they go, or if they really do end up keeping it on there for God knows how long, right? Imagine we see Wano on Toonami one day. But I understand the decision. I understand why you would start from Return to Sabaody rather than the original Sabaody. But I really wish, there's a piece of me that always, if we never finished Skypiea. And I was like, yo, at least when it comes back, if it ever comes back, we'll be able to go right into the Paramount War saga, and I'll finally be able to see Sabaody, Amazon Lily, Impel Down, and Marineford on TV. Marineford was, made for Toonami, you know what I mean? That is I would have been able to say, you know what, man? A lot of legendary arcs, the same place where I watched the Cell Saga for the first time, or the Chunin exams for the first time, is the same exact place I'm going to be able to watch Marineford again, with the squad. But it's not going to happen. But like I said, I understand, and from a business standpoint, it just makes a lot of sense to start from the time skip, because it is a fresh start. It is a brand new beginning. And for individuals who potentially never seen the series before, they'll be able to see this and be like, oh snap, like I should start from the beginning or whatever it is, right? That is what TV is used for. That's why recaps are there. Recaps are there because not everyone is starting from the beginning. Not everybody's hardcore like a lot of us here on the YouTube side of things are. There's a lot of individuals that only watch One Piece casually, so they'll only catch what's on TV, or like what's in the Shonen Jump magazine, whatever it is. They don't have the desire to go back and watch older stuff. So I understand the decision behind it, especially at 1:30 and 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, you know what I mean? There's not going to be a lot of people that are going to be up, but the people that are up are going to be the hardcore fans and the casual fans that are just trying to find something to watch before they go to bed. And so One Piece airing at that time, I'm so glad to see it back on the block. Like I said, this was how I originally found the series, or discovered that it even exists in the first place, was on Toonami. And as I found a lot of my other favorites, but this was where I discovered that this series exists. And when it came back in 2013 on or in 2012 technically, but in 2013 for One Piece, when they started airing it again, I remember there was another boom that was happening at the time because there was a lot of people catching up to the series so that they could watch it on Toonami. And I remember following so many catch-up journeys at the time, from like the end of 2012 when they announced it, going into 2013, and like just seeing so many people catch up to the series, and it was a blast. It was a blast, just like experiencing those catch-up journeys. And going through so many incredible story moments on TV with a lot of people. And at the time, they were airing new episodes of Bleach Dub, which was so awesome. They brought Naruto back on the block, and then they had One Piece. So they had like the big three, and I believe the fourth one was Soul Eater. So they had a block, man. They were going up in like somewhere. They were like each one of the big three was producing like a million here, million here, million here. I mean, people were watching. And it was great. But I remember whenever we reached Water 7 and just experiencing some of those moments with people who have never watched Water 7 before was a real treat. Like being able to just look on the timeline or speak to individuals that I know and just get their reactions to what was happening in Water 7's lobby. It was like, yo, this is what Toonami is all about. Like that experience of either you watching it for the first time, like it was for me on the Caster and Sins, for example, back in 2012. Or me already loving the series like I do for Bleach and Naruto, One Piece, and these series, and seeing others' reactions to it for the first time. And I love stuff like that. So now it's going to be interesting to see how individuals react to the post-time skip. I'm looking forward to seeing the individuals that aren't really into One Piece and how they think about the time skip. Individuals who never experienced the post-time skip before. I'm looking forward to seeing their reactions to all of this. But I'm so happy it's back on Toonami because now this gives it another opportunity for people to get into the series. And especially with the live action adaptation dropping next year, the manga is on fire right now, the anime is on fire. So if there's any point in time to be into the story as we head into its climax here within the next 5 to 7 years for the end, and put it back on the block now. Like now is the time to go all out and try to promote the series as much as possible because it's not going to be around much longer. Love this decision. Cannot wait to see One Piece back on Toonami. Every single one of these shows that is on the block I've watched, except for Blade Runner Lotus, which is the one that they're running every single week that's brand new. Like I remember it was Fan of the Pirate Princess. Now it's this one. I believe the next one's either going to be Uzumaki or the Shenmue anime, right? So looking forward to those. Those will be my new watches every week. But while I'm editing the One Piece reactions that I'm recording for like around like 11 o'clock, somewhere around there. While I'm editing that, I'll be able to watch these dubbed episodes on TV, and I'm super looking forward to that. Happy to see it back on the block. Let me know what y'all think about these decisions in the comment section down below. Will you be watching at that time of the morning? I know it's going to be really early in the morning, but if you're going to be watching or recording it or whatever it is, let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below, and what you think about the decision to start from Return to Sabaody. Like I said, hopefully this does end up working for them, and we do end up getting some more people into the series, because that's always a good thing. I mean, come on. I started DBZ during the Frieza saga, you know what I mean? Like, it caused me to be so fascinated in the series that I wanted to just jump around and, like, get as much information about it as possible. And that's why these series exist on TV, is to get you interested. Like, whoa, hold up, that's kind of nasty. Let me start from the beginning, or let me start from here, whatever it is, right? So hopefully somebody will tune in one of these days for the first time and be like, yo, this series is kind of nasty. Let me go back from the beginning and watch it. That's the best case scenario. But I'll see y'all next time. One Piece is back on Toonami. Let's go, man. it's a beautiful day. I never thought I would see it again, but the fact that it's here, so happy for it.